got one question for you. Are you ready?
We are live. What is going on, everybody? It is so good to be back yet again for another week of tasty licks, interviews, music, and we're hanging out today with deFrance. What is going on? We got Drew and Charlie.
Hi.
How's it going, guys? It's so good to see y'all in the cameras, in the YouTubes. How's it going?
It's going pretty well for the most part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I'm just going to say that I see some very exciting things on your horizon, and I am just ecstatic. I mean, I know that me and James will be listening. We listened as soon as we knew that you were in. Your band was in our playlist all week long for me. So we're jamming
all day today, all day yesterday, pretty much throughout the week.
Yep. Absolutely love and dig your music. We cannot wait to dive in. But first, we're going to talk about desserts and some food. So let's go ahead and did you all bring some desserts? I hear you brought some desserts.
Yeah,
so we're excited to hear this. We're excited to see the desserts. So you all are from where again?
We are from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, love it. So Little Rock, Arkansas, and I cannot wait to see what desserts are some of the favorites from Arkansas. I don't think we've ever had anybody on from Arkansas, so it's exciting.
Really?
We've had
What's up,
Nashville.
What's up, Steven? What's up, Russ?
Hey, what's going on? So good to see y'all in. We got Nick H.
We got early warning about this birthday.
Yeah, a whole cake.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
happy birthday, Andy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I wish you could.
And it is,
party,
as you see, Andy's birthday. Happy birthday to Andy.
Yep. So today is number 48, folks. 48 on the books.
Congrats, dude.
48 on the books. That means
Happy
that
birthday.
I have 2 more years till I am half a century old, and it was another day. It was just another day. But I'm going to tell you that Andy is going to tell you about his dessert, but it's sitting in a restaurant in Phoenix somewhere. So I'm being told that I'm being taken out in about an hour. I'm going to be blindfolded, apparently. That's what the guys here told me. Kidnapped and held to. They're just going to deliver me to some restaurant here in the valley. Hopefully, it has Mexican food, or a big steak. I don't know. One of the two, or maybe both. You never know. But that's what we're hoping.
Just remember,
so mine's going to be hitting. You're going to see some pictures. Yeah, say it again.
So just remember the directions you're going to, like when you're blindfolded. That way, if you need help and you get to a phone.
I'll be like left. I remember hearing a dog barking in the background.
I heard
a telephone pole, some railroad tracks.
I heard a crosswalk.
So if you don't see me again, you know what happened.
Good friend over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, and you know what though, I'll be honest with you, it is even hard. So I don't know this week. That was pretty awesome what they just brought. The question is what did chef make? He always is hands down. He had it last week. Let's see if he can beat the guests. Let's see if he can do it. Let's see what he got.
So we're in. I made this. This is homemade. We made this today at work. So it's in the fall. So I thought, what goes good in the fall is pumpkin pie, right? But pumpkin pie, cheesecake.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I definitely say that beats store-bought any and every day. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. The chef strikes again. He's, he is a with whipped cream on top. Oh,
Yeah, the fresh whipped cream on top.
with fresh whipped cream. See, that's not even store-bought whipped
Round
cream.
of applause. Round of applause.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Very
Appreciate
good.
it.
Very good.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We bow down to the cheesecake maker.
You're not worthy.
We were told last week, so our friend last week brought cheesecake, and he's from New York. So I'm like, so I guess in New York you just call it cheesecake, but it's New York cheesecake, you know. So what is your favorite food? So we saw a great dessert, but when you're in the studio, you are absolutely just hitting it and recording and playing. What's your favorite go-to food?
Mainly weed. Really keeps the studio session going.
So in that case, it's just anything that goes along with that, like
Normally a
Doritos,
lot of times
cold
we
chips.
don't eat. We'll get in the studio and we'll just sit there and get so on a kick of music that we'll forget. Oh shit, we forgot to eat.
We have to eat and drink and stuff like that.
I mean, we get
Nothing
so
wrong with
involved
that.
with the music and with the we get so excited about the different ideas that each other has. So
That's very
I'm doing
understandable.
vocals though, maybe like a light salad or something.
yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
What's your guys' favorite? So when you're, because I know you guys are really great vocalists. What is it that you guys usually drinking to keep those chords going and keep them,
Spraying
energetic?
Yeah, room temperature water, not cold.
Yeah.
If you drink it with ice and everything, you lose a lot of upper register. Yeah, and Charlie drinks a lot of teas, hot and cold.
I like hot toddies too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yep. You got any questions for food questions, James? I know you're the chef, so you always have like.
No, I mean, yeah. If you on the road, I mean, it's pretty much like when you're on the road, what's kind of like your go-to faves or?
Well, so we recently got a tour bus. It's a big 40-foot one, and so we
nice.
can't really stop and eat anywhere, and we're able to store a lot of food. So we actually cook a lot of food on the road
Nice.
a lot of times.
Yeah, we do.
And our bass player is a chef, and I like to cook a lot
Very nice.
myself. And so we do a lot of that. But if we're in the van, which is a much smaller rig, normally we're stopping all over the place. There's a place in Denver called Bastions. It's the home of the Sugar Steak. It's a beautiful place. And then, there's all kinds of different barbecue places all over the South that are amazing. And, I mean, just depends on what city, and what area we're in, and we probably know a few restaurants that we've stopped at and, had a few drinks at.
Very cool.
Very nice. Yeah, I love some good barbecue.
What's your favorite? And have you guys been to Tampa?
Not a very long time.
Not very long time, because that's where the man's a little bit. You're in the Tampa area. The Tampa area. Yeah. So I'm in Phoenix and he's in Tampa. What's your favorite thing to eat in the Southwest?
Southwest. Yeah, that's probably going to be some type of, Southwestern type of food, like Tex-Mex or something like that, or Mexican,
Yep.
Try to find as authentic as you can,
Very cool.
Right.
Very cool. Right
on.
on.
If we're in Tampa, I'm going to hit up Charlie Hunn down there from Foghat. He's a good friend that's down that area. He knows about hot spots.
I'm sure.
Oh, cool. Right
Better
on.
than I do about Tampa.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, shout out to old Charlie. He's a great guy.
Yeah, no doubt. I've actually heard. Yeah, no doubt. I was just thinking that's amazing. Do you know what's so cool about this, about us interviewing, is that to us, we've heard these names throughout our life, but they're always like removed. They're like that really awesome musician that I have a tape for, or I listen to on Spotify or something. But it's really cool to be able to connect with musicians that are doing it, but then they're also connected with other musicians that we all love too. It's so cool. And
yeah, sometimes they say don't meet your heroes, and sometimes that's true. But in the case with like cats from Foghat, those are some of the nicest cats in rock and roll and all the music industry altogether. They've really taken us under their wing and been just true gentlemen to us. And
wow, that's cool to hear. That's really.
You guys
cool
got to play for like a lot of like kind of big names. I mean, ZZ Top, Morris Day, Shooter Jennings, like It's Bon Jovi. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. That was like in front of like 14,000 people, and those guys were really cool. And they shared their whole like catering with us and everything, and they met us and took the time to come say hey and watch our set, which was really cool. That's and Phil awesome. X is the guitar player with them now, not Richie Sambora anymore. And Phil was so cool to all of us. He was like right there when we were about to go on stage, like, all right, guys, y'all about to rock this one out, right? And we're like, yeah, man, So it's so cool to have that energy and that guidance and acceptance and the push and motivation from those types of characters that, like you said, we looked up to them, and that's
what you need, like even before like a show. You know what I'm saying? You need that push, you need that motivation, that like, hell yeah, we're gonna get this done. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing.
One of the coolest things that's ever happened is we opened for Foghat the first time, and as soon as we get off the stage, Roger Earl is there, and he goes up to us and goes, "You boys are bad." And we were just like, "Oh man, we're done. We're like, can't top that, Like, we met the approval, and so it's on after that. Everything else is just kind of downhill,
That is so cool. I love to hear that. What was your favorite tour so far?
My favorite tour so far has been with Foghat. Those guys are just great. I hate to keep going on about them. I really don't. Cool, man. But we got shows with Blue Oyster Cult coming up, and those guys are cool. And we've done shows with Marshall Tucker Band. Those guys are awesome. We've gotten to do a bunch of shows with a bunch of when I was growing up, it was classic rock radio, and we just heard these songs all the time. So I'm at a point now in my life where every time I hear a song, it's like I have some vague connection to that artist or somebody in that band, or I've actually played with them or done a studio session with them, and it's just kind of like, oh wow, that's kind of cool now,
That's awesome.
That is really cool. I just amazing to me. That is really cool. That is really cool. And that's kind of a dream, right? Now, what is your future goals? What are you guys thinking? Are you guys thinking that you guys could be able to do the headlines and because you just kind of do the opening and then you start attracting and getting more, people interested, and then finally your headliners. Have you guys been able to be a headliner somewhere yet?
Yeah, we've had a few headline shows, especially in markets and territories that we've hit up over this past 6 years pretty frequently and consistently. And, throughout the years, I think that throughout all these openings for bigger artists and legacy artists and doing the support slots and being exposed to such bigger demographics and larger numbers at one time, and every one of these shows, we just absolutely come out and slay it. We play like our lives are on the line because they really are. We've given everything we've gotten. And it's like we said, me and Charlie, this is all we do for a living. And, and we got rent and kids to pay for it.
That's what happens with life, right?
I mean, I guess Jacob counts.
Right on.
Let's talk
right
about
on.
it as a whole, but,
Yeah.
So
That's really cool. So Charlie, I was reading your bio and something really interesting stuck out to me. And it was the fact that you were a contestant and actually made it all the way to, and you said the 12th on season 12 on American Idol. Tell me about this. This is awesome. That's amazing.
Well, thanks. It was, it's a tremendous honor that I got that far. I don't regret doing it. I've had opportunity to do something like that again, but just hadn't really appealed to me so much. But it was more than anything, it was an educational experience. Like not just on the entertainment industry as a whole, but like human nature, really.
Tell us about that. What do you think? What is that?
Yeah, the whole experience of like obviously when you got there and like the whole excitement of it, and then obviously kind of getting to that weird position was.
Mystery man,
Oh, that was, I think actually, it might have been Randy that said that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's still cool, man.
What did Randy say?
Oh, just he said there's something dark and mysterious about me, which I've never really heard anybody say that to me before. So, but I like it. It's cool. I've been kind of rolling with it.
That is, yeah, no doubt. That's crazy. How was it like meeting them in person?
Oh, just like meeting. It was cool. I mean, they're people.
They're people.
They're cool
That's
people.
that's the truth. But that's the truth, right?
It was.
But that's
my part. It was very candid.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like when either one of us have met the people that as kids we grew up watching on TV or listening to their records or anything. Like when you meet them, they're just normal people,
Yeah.
dealing with the same kind of bullshit that we do,
I'll admit I do have a soft spot for Nicki Minaj still.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Soft and a hard
A little
spot.
bit.
Huh?
No, she's right here.
I feel you.
Wise guy.
So you met them. Did Simon critique you pretty crazy?
Well, actually, I never met Simon Cowell. He was not a judge at that point.
Without him.
Yeah, the judges were Nicki Minaj, Keith Urban, Randy Jackson, and Mariah Carey. It was
that's pretty cool.
It was an interesting mix. There was
right.
drama. There, but I don't know.
What was the drama? So tell us a
Most
little bit.
people
We have to get to a little bit of drama. What's the little bit of drama that you would say that you could tell us?
Well, there was just a bit of unfortunate contention between Mariah and Nicki.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I think made certain things take longer than probably they should have, but I digress.
I mean, you got on stage, right? Yeah.
Well, it's two alpha rock stars, right? Who won all the attention or used to all the attention. I'm sure that plays into it quite a bit, right? But, well, that's really cool. That is so cool. So you got to the 12th, and then what song did you have to sing as your farewell song?
I actually did an original called Sky Blue Diamond. I don't really enjoy playing it too much anymore because I don't really relate to it as much as I used to, or in quite the same way. But yeah, they brought me a really nice piano to use too. It was my first time playing a white piano. I've always wanted to do that.
It's a great song. It's a great
So-
song. Yeah, it's a great song that he wrote when he was a very young man. Yeah, very killer song in my opinion.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you very much,
So,
Chris,
yeah.
for the half a century. Thank you. Almost there.
Right.
So go ahead, James. I know he does a lot of research, so I want to hear his question. Yeah, what do you got?
Well, I thought it was I came across an interview that
Y'all hear that?
I forgot what the interview name was, but it was with Drew.
It is clicking a lot. Who's clicking? Is that you?
quite sure.
I mean, his phone hadn't really budged. Our phone
Hang on one
Can you hear
second.
me?
Let me see if it's the man. Oh, it's poor
Check.
James again. It's James. I think it's James. James, it's you. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, it isn't. Somebody clicking on me. See if it's clicking on me side. I don't know what it is. You guys, I put myself on mute. That's all good. We'll just roll with it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Was he coming back?
Oh, he'll come back. He thought it was him again. I'm always blaming him because the last few times it's been his audio, but I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So we're.
There he is. I was waiting for him. I was like, wait a second. I was like, hey, come back.
Cool.
So we figured out it wasn't you, James, this time.
Yeah,
Thank
wasn't me?
goodness. It was not. It's the iPhone, and it's all good though. It's all good. This is
So you
part
hear
of
me good?
YouTube. This is part of YouTube. It's just part. We're excited to have them on, so that's the biggest thing.
So I'm good.
So
you can hear me?
let's hear your yeah, we can hear you. Let's hear your
All right, go ahead.
research. Let's hear your research question.
No.
I know that-
I found an interview with I believe it was with Drew. And one of the questions I guess was asked was I guess how we got started with music, and I thought it was pretty cool because in relation to you, Andy, your mother was a music teacher, and I think you played your mom's guitar, right?
I do. That's what I played the other night.
Yes,
Yep, absolutely.
Drew played his mom's guitar, and it got her inspired to play guitar again.
Yeah.
At that time.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Tell me about that. That's it. So that's exactly what happened to me. That's what got me back in. My mom gave me her Strat.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
So my mom had an old beautiful '70s Conrad guitar that she still has, and it's just one of those beautiful acoustics. Sounds like a Martin. And she wanted to be a folk singer when she was, just straight out of high school. And, just kind of, didn't really go that route. It didn't really work out. And so ever since, she's kind of lived vicariously through myself. And that's always been pretty cool, to have that kind of support. And, I learned how to play guitar on her guitar. And it got her back into playing in church and, just really, having a good time playing the instrument again. Which is really
that was really cool to mention.
Playing music is the enjoyment of playing music.
That's really cool. I think that that's the coolest. And this is the interesting thing about music is that it comes and it gets inspired from different places. And I think, so you grew up around, that kind of musical like inspiration, your mom wanting to be, probably playing a little bit throughout your life. What was question to both of you, what kind of inspired both of you guys to become musicians full time?
Wow. I have been self-taught pianist since I was 3 years old. I grew up listening to a lot of Disney and a lot of show tunes, classical music, stuff like that. I didn't really get into rock or pop or anything until I was like in middle school, really. And then I watched Led Zeppelin live at Royal Albert Hall. And I'm watching that concert. I was like, I think this might be what I want to do. So I think I was 14. So yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, music has definitely been in your life since 3. That's great. That's awesome.
And that's when I started learning guitar and bass, and drums kind of followed. Drums was just kind of intermittent throughout everything, like off and on.
I picked up guitar at like 13, and I've been playing venues all over the U.S. and the world since I was about 14 years old. So it's both.
Wow.
Kind of been the only thing we've ever kind of known. And, it's not really fun to do much else for money,
So it just struck you. So like 13, you're like, this is what I want to do. And that's what I love about these is that because to be at this level, you have to have so much passion for what you guys are doing.
If we tried to do this for money, we would just be, insane. It's definitely not a business to get into if you're looking for money or fame. It's it's a hard one, man.
No, I wouldn't mind fame.
I mean, I don't think it's, you can't, it's such a toss of the dice, you never know what's going to happen. It's such a gamble, and, you do it because you love it.
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, yeah.
I think that's where it has to all come from is the heart. And that's when I talk to my mom, that's exactly where she's coming from too, is that same space.
That's great.
Yeah, it is really cool. And so that is really cool. You got another question, James? I know that you did some digging and you're...
Yeah, I got a few questions. We'll go back and forth with them. But I know listening to your stuff, some of the few songs that I love are actually "Runaway Heart," "Keep the Night on It," "Goodbye to the Blues." But like every song I listen to, I can actually pick up like, I guess, certain bands that I've listened to like when I was a kid or even through now. You know what I'm saying? Like some might sound like Lynyrd Skynyrd, or some might sound like the Eagles, or some might sound like Tom Petty. And I think that's just so cool, and it's very enjoyable to listen to. I think you can listen to your guys' music and really kind of make the day. Like if you're having a crappy day or whatever. I think that's just a really motivational music to listen to kind of get out of that funk that you're in. So
very cool. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah, all those songs.
But I was gonna say what you guys like your musical like inspirations are when like you know what I'm saying, when you're kind of coming up with songs, or you know what I'm saying, you guys have inspiration.
Yeah. So most of those records that you probably listened to were work that we've done in the past 5 years.
Okay.
Right before we got Charlie in the band, and we've actually got a record out coming soon with Charlie that we've got done the whole record with them, and it's a bit more progressive and a bit more rocking than the other stuff that we've done. But as you mentioned, there was a lot of influence from Tom Petty. He was probably one of my greatest influences as a songwriter. That Goodbye the Blues song, I wrote that in my sleep, and I was dreaming that Willie Nelson was singing it to me. And I woke up, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Story. And then some of the other ones you named, like those are songs that, I've just been kind of putting together and dealing with for the past, 10, 15 years. And then, the pandemic kind of shifted our momentum a bit, and what we wanted to do, we lost a band member. Still haven't found him. I don't know where he went, but
really?
we got some new cats because we were like, we wanted to change up the sound, and we wanted to, give it a new kind of thing. And so we brought the wonderful Charlie Askew on board, and me and Connor, we used to do most of the main vocals, and now we're doing a lot of the backup vocals. And so it's much more like a Queen situation where it's this powerhouse band with just 3 incredible vocalists, and so we're really looking forward to getting this new music out, because I think everyone's really going to be blown away by it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And you guys have, I read that you guys have a new music video coming out in the next bit here. And then you also have 4 records in the waiting to come out, 4 albums waiting to come out. I cannot wait to hear. Tell us more about that. Tell us about your music video and then maybe some more of your albums.
The music video was shot by Sharp Dunaway. He's done most all of our videos. Yeah, incredible guy. He's so fun to work with. Him and his wife, Angela, are the best. Yeah. And
I was going to ask how it was working with them.
They're so cool to work with. And we always have such a blast doing all the ideas with them, because they always throw a bunch of ideas off of ours, and everything always ends up working together. And so we did this kind of like Airheads kind of theme thing, because the song was called Long Live Rock and Roll, and so we really wanted to have a rock and roll themed music video for it, but we wanted to be a little bit cheeky and have some fun with it, and kind of make fun of ourselves a little bit, not really take things so seriously. And so I think it came out great. We can't wait to have everybody see it, I don't know if we can say much more about that, because it's got a premiere soon. So.
Yep, that's cool. That's really cool. We're excited. So the premiere is going to be on.
So definitely check it out.
That's right. Absolutely. And then, so you have 4 albums in the. What is your next release album? And then tell us a little bit about that.
So the single that we just had was called Long Live Rock and Roll, and that's the music video that we have coming out soon, as well as the single.
Okay.
And then after that, that's the single from the self-titled album called Long Live Rock and Roll. And it's just all supposed to work together, because we're just out here with funny enough, a lot of other really great bands that are doing the same exact thing, and we're doing shows with these guys, and there's a real new wave of classic rock happening. It's like Dirty Honey, who's been opening all up the shows for the Black Crowes.
I've heard of them.
An amazing band with a great talented vocalist and backing band. And the same with Magnolia Bayou, same with South of Eden. Those are good friends of ours. They're amazing. Hiob is just an incredible vocalist. And Justin.
Yeah, I saw the cover of Black Dog that you did with South of Eden. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, those guys are they're one of the best rock and roll bands right now, like bar none, like one of the best. And then man, there's so many 7-Year Witch, the Georgia Thunderbolts. We really like those guys, and them Dirty Roses. Those are some good guys. We love rock and roll, and there's a whole bunch of bands bringing this rock and roll thing back right now, and I would expect not all of them to get to a much bigger level. The same with like Whiskey Myers, Blackberry Smoke, or even bigger than all that. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So this is always what is your favorite so far? What is your favorite venue to play at, and why?
Well, I'd have to say Little Rock would be probably Stickies. Those are probably our favorite. Chris and Suzanne have always taken care of us, and Maestro's the best sound person, in the world.
Yeah.
And if we're outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, some of our favorite places or some of our favorite towns are Muscle Shoals. Now, if we're talking about venues, the favorite venue I've ever played at is Montreux Jazz Fest in Montreux, Switzerland. That was amazing.
Oh wow, that is amazing. That's so cool. I like this. I like these stories because who would have known that your 13-year-old self or your 3-year-old self would have taken this route and you would have been doing these amazing things with music. I love to hear about it. What a journey.
Yeah, I'll always have to look back at my 15 or 14-year-old self and be like, how cool do they think I am right now? If they were like, man, that guy's he'd be an asshole. It's like that's not the person you want to be,
Right. So aside from like your favorite venues that you've played in, what's been like the most like you guys have any crazy experiences with any venues that you played?
Oh wow. Yeah. So what's been the latest one? I don't know. We have a lot of crazy stuff happen to us. We should probably have video cameras follow this. It's a bit of a reality show. I was trying to think of the craziest. Wow. There's always some good ones. Off the top of my head, I can't think of one right now because it's just been so many of them. And some of them are a little too personal to tell.
Gotcha.
Nothing wrong with that.
But that's rock and roll, and we always have a lot of fun. So
that's good.
We'll just know that there's a lot of crazy stuff going out there. So at least you have a bunch of crazy stories to talk about.
Yeah. That publishing deal, I gotta keep quiet, man.
So
we don't talk about rock and roll show at rock. We don't talk about rock and roll show. It's not Fight Club. This is rock and roll show. We don't talk about rock and roll show.
Yeah.
What happens at rock and roll show stays at rock and roll show. Gotcha. That's so fun though. So my assumption is that Foghat was one of your that's one of your favorite. But I also saw that you guys played with Vanilla Ice. Tell me about a tour with Vanilla Ice.
It was really cool.
It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was an odd. It seemed like an odd pairing at first, but it worked really well.
We had 6,000 people up on their feet, man, and standing ovation at the end of our show. He did the same thing, so I think we did our job.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like I said, at first we were kind of like, this is a bit of an odd pairing, but now it's kind of like, I think we can be paired with anybody. And I think most people's tastes these days are so varied. They kind of like want something like the Grammys. They want the best of everything, and they want a menu kind of option for it,
Right.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Technology is allowing that, so.
That it is really. I think technology, and we were talking a little bit. You guys have a favorite band that's just down favorite studio that's just down the street. When you guys go into the studio, are you guys helping engineer or produce anything, or are you guys just the musicians and you guys let the engineers and producers do it?
Jason Tedford does the engineering, and he helps me with production. I actually went to production school in Arlen Studios in Austin, Texas, and that's a studio owned by Willie Nelson, and the sister studio that's Peter Nellis, and learned a lot of production techniques and live sound techniques and everything down there to better my career. A lot of music business classes. It was just a full round experience to really help me have the best chance at this type of career, and that was an amazing educational experience, much like Charlie's experience with American Idol. We were very young and just grown in the midst of a very professional atmosphere and had to act like professionals as very young men.
Yeah.
Which we still are.
That's right. You guys are still, we're all young. So I was informed that, and I don't want to, I don't know what to do about it, but they said that the clicking noise is coming from your guys' rig somehow.
Oh,
And I don't,
okay.
I know that you guys are going to be playing in a little bit. I don't want you guys anybody to destroy your music while you guys are playing.
That's a great point you raised. Yeah, let's see.
And if you guys have to bounce and come back, me and James will be here if you guys need to do that. But I know you guys are going to be playing, and I want to make sure that it sounds really good for the audience.
I will say that I'm really happy that it's homemade.
I just fixed it for a second. I feel like.
Yeah, I was like, and they said, yeah, it's so weird.
I was like, no.
They sounded really,
like, okay.
They sounded really clear when they came on. So I don't know.
Oh, it keeps messing up. I think it's my phone.
Yeah, it's just like something's wrong.
Yeah. It's shitty. We turn down the mic volume. Does this help?
Still a little like robot-y kind of.
Still robotic kind of. It's weird because we
Yeah.
did the sound check and it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so weird. It just,
I've been there, believe me. I mean, I still go through that sometimes. So it gets
Yeah.
sound perfect, and it still goes to garbage.
yeah, how weird. Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks, but they're going to be playing in a few minutes, so we want to make sure that everybody can hear their music, and they're going to be playing 2 or 3 songs, so we want to make sure that we get what we want to hear. Yeah, it sounds like no, it sounds horrible. It's like delayed or something. There's something wrong.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't. Like I said, we did this in sound
I
check.
don't know.
Very good.
Yeah, it happens. We'll do the best we can, and if you guys can't, that's just where it is.
Not sure what to say, fellas.
The biggest, you guys might want to restart your phone and then come back, and we can just come back and you can just come back in.
All right, cool. We'll try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be here.
Yeah, sometimes it's apps running in the background or something weird. Yeah.
So I'll ask this though. I do have a question. I'll ask them this too when they get back. But I was gonna say, I know a lot of people a lot of people have guilty pleasure music that they listen to that maybe most people might not know that they listen to it. And
what is yours, James? What is yours, James? I heard.
I go first. Right?
Let's hear this. Let's hear this. I want to hear James's.
I got the question, and I gotta go first.
Let's go. Let's go, James. Let's go, James.
Oh my god.
What are you listening to? Are you
man.
listening into Vanilla Ice or not even?
Hey, nothing wrong with Vanilla Ice.
He's cool. He's a cool dude. They're cool people. But
oh man. Yeah, I'll rock out to like some like I said, Hall & Oates. I'll rock out to like some old 80s type of stuff like that. Hall & Oates or any like only because it's of the movie, like Goonies. I'll rock out to like some Cyndi Lauper type stuff too.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Goonies, like only because of the Goonies. That's the only one I listen to, so don't knock it out. Like only because of the Goonies.
I'll give you that. Goonies is
just
good.
the Goonies.
Cyndi Lauper.
That's all.
I was from
girls,
the era when Cyndi Lauper came out. I remember that. I was an 80s kid, so I still now my parents bought Culture Club.
Okay. Yeah.
And Come a Chameleon, and I have been teased about owning that album for all of my life.
There we go.
Yo.
Is this working now?
So much better. Yes.
Yay.
Sounds
good.
Okay.
Yeah, way better.
No, it's still there.
Way better. Oh, it clicked again. Darn it. We were over there. We were there. But Culture Club, and then also I'm going to say techno. People would not know that I was a techno kid. I grew up in Europe or in England, and so I was a big techno kid. Uh-oh. Oh,
I don't know.
We lost him again. So techno.
Yeah,
so that is what is your? Are you like the deep trance guy, or are you like more like the European techno?
I was more like the regular like trance type stuff. I listened to a lot of the trance stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool mute like stuff in the background where you're just like ready. Yeah, I have a lot of. So have you been to a techno concert?
No.
I would not see that you be. I wouldn't pick you for a raver. Yeah.
And I've only been to one. I used to be like really big into the old. I mean, I still listen to like the old school rap, but I used to be really big into like rap and hip hop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But before I really got more into metal, I got more into metal a little bit like 13, 14. I started kind of getting more because I worked with another guy that listened to like Marilyn Manson or Slipknot and stuff like that. And so Slipknot and Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie were like my first type getting into like metal and stuff like that. I listened to like Megadeth when I was a little kid without knowing it was Megadeth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was introduced a while ago without knowing I was introduced to the metal scene, but really got more into it around 13, 14, 15.
He was in the scene before he was into the scene. He didn't even know he was in the scene, but
it was actually the Beavis and Butthead Experience CD.
I love it.
Because it had Anthrax, it had Run
DMC. Did it have AC/DC on it?
Yeah, Megadeth, all that stuff. So that was definitely my first into it. With metal.
That's awesome.
80s metal.
80s metal. That is me. I'm 80s metal. I would say my sister would say glam rock. So Bon Jovi, Europe, Poison, Motley Crue, Kiss. I was into that whole glam rock stuff. The beginning of the 70s was the beginning of glam rock, and there's like these bands that they like said this was the first of the glam rock, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't consider Black Sabbath, and I'm a huge Black Sabbath and AC/DC fan, and I do not consider them glam rock. Black Sabbath, no. Ozzy, no. Yeah, Ozzy, no. I mean, they had the look, but they weren't like Van Halen, where that was, but still,
you wouldn't put Black Sabbath with like Poison or No,
you wouldn't. Not at all.
Motley Crue when they got into like the dressing like that.
How are we now?
Hey.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah, we use
Sorry,
my
guys.
laptop now.
All right.
Perfect. Sorry, guys. I didn't want to ruin your music. I was like, you guys are gonna play, and
that.
I don't want to have anybody. You guys are so amazing. Yeah.
Cool. Are you good now? Yeah, we're 100% now. We're good.
Yes,
hey, the show must go on, right? You guys just kept it going, right?
That's what we do. So our discussion was this, and we want to hear from both of you guys.
It was a quick question when you guys had
James.
technical difficulties. We threw out the question of aside from like your guys' music or whatever, everybody has like a guilty pleasure of listening to stuff that maybe people might not know you listen to or you listened to back in the day. So yeah.
I've always been a big fan of the Backstreet Boys.
Hey.
Hey. I think they're pretty cool. I don't know, man. It's hard to say guilty pleasure. I really like music. I'm a sucker for a good hook.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Never been afraid to like and dig. So I don't know.
Only because of Goonies, I threw Cyndi Lauper out there because of the Goonies.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, there's things that like you would, I guess, look at me and not expect that I would like. I guess
I threw out. So I got teased about this because I had an album to Culture Club.
Oh, hey, I actually saw those guys in London one time, and they were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're awesome. He's an amazing musician. He really was.
Incredible band. Yeah.
He's a weird front man, but I think, in my opinion, I've seen him on some of those ones where you're just like, what is going on? He's on some drugs. He's just on drugs. drugs. That's what's going on.
Mitchell Lowe said Drew can talk about how much he likes Taylor Swift.
There we go. Tell us about it, Drew.
Oh, she told all about it in that song about me. You know,
That's right. It was. See, that's the whole thing.
it's all the things I said.
That's the whole thing about Taylor Swift is you cannot have a run-in with Taylor Swift because the next thing that she's going to do is write a song about it.
Yeah, more emotional about a relationship.
Okay.
Just too emotional about the relationship. I'm sorry, Taylor. It didn't work out.
I love it. I love it. So we got a couple more questions. Oh no, it's time to play. We got the laptop up. We got the piano warmed up. We got the vocals going. Let's hear some songs. Let's hear some songs, and we're gonna
brand new songs here. Okay, brand new from me and Charlie Askew, and one of them's a special directly from Charlie Askew. So
thanks.
Right.
You guys get the big screen for this one, guys. You guys
enjoy everybody.
Thank you, Charlie.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Let's see. This next song is called Born to Break the Rules. It is a song that Major wrote together, and it is a lot of fun. It's kind of, well, here we go. Without further ado. All my life. Actually, wait, Drew?
Yeah.
Would you mind grabbing my phone real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I just wrote these lyrics. I will play Brink in the meantime. How about that? All right. Brink is the other song. This is a song that I wrote all by myself. Okay. It's about like things revolving around connection, I guess. So right or wrong. So faded and gone. Looking for someone to hang on to. I've got something to say before you leave. Listen to a lonely piper placed on a stage of copper wire, filling with white smoke, billowing black smoke, sailing on into the dust. All our daydreams rusting over. Give it up for someone to hang on to. Whoa, hanging on the brink. Yeah, face to face with the sweetest thing. Greatest bitch of love, a sweet, sweet sting. Leaving with someone to hang on to. So tight you might forget your head till morning light falls upon the sweetest sight. One yielding passionate fight, starting goodbyes into the skies, sailing on into the dust. All our daydreams rusting over. Give it up for someone to hang on to. Whoa, yeah, hanging on the brink.
Thank you, Drew.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Bro,
beautiful.
that was amazing.
You're on the high end.
Amazing vocals.
vocals.
She's got the vocals,
was
folks. She's got the
amazing.
vocals. I am very excited to hear. I cannot wait now to hear the new. I mean, I cannot wait to hear more from you all, because this is just, I mean, the fact that you guys have now a very good trio, it's going to be a great vocals. What a great band. Wow.
Thank
Just
you.
adding to the
Thank you very
sound.
much.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I appreciate that.
I was gonna say what Daniel said. What, like, it's an amazing like vocal range that you got, especially like live. You know what I'm saying? Like that's awesome. I think a great addition to the band.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what is next. Yes. Drew. All right. I'm trying to find them. Bear with me. I just wrote these lyrics. I wrote them and forgot them
It
immediately
is a
after
brand new
writing them.
song.
Because that's what I do. Okay. Born to break the rules. All my life, I was born to break the rules. All the time I've waited here for you. All the nights long to sing the blues. All this time I've never felt you. Ooh, baby, born to break the rules. I feel like a king of this city. This is a dream, oh, darling, it's a pity. If it's true, then there's nothing you can do. Ooh, baby, I was born to break the rules. Love or die, and we're all in this together. No divide between us and each other. You and I, who knows what we can do. Oh babe, we're born to break the rules. We're born to break the rules. Don't you tell me how to live my life. I believe in myself. Don't you tell me who to love in my life. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Oh, yeah. Future's bright, and it don't take much to see it. Be alright, and if we want to, we can be it. Just look inside and tell yourself the truth. Yeah. Ooh, baby, I said, we were born to break the rules. We were born to break the rules. Born to break the rules.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Blues and
Awesome.
blues and oh my goodness.
Pretty good
That had-
stuff for our next record there, huh?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh, it's gonna be banging. It's
that
gonna be, it's
Sounds even
awesome.
better than
Yeah.
full band.
Wow. Your vocal range, Charlie, is amazing.
Thank you.
Oh man.
And
yeah.
you know how to actually use the pause, and you know how to your phrasing's amazing. Absolutely love your vocals, and your playing is just as good. Your playing is amazingly well. I think it really helped. That was a great song, and I love the way that the piano sounded with it as well. Great progressions. Yeah, very good. I love blues. I'm a big blues fan, so
I can't wait to hear the album.
no doubt. I was, I had so many thoughts running through my head with that one, and I'm thinking, so Janis Joplin is one of the words that I thought about when I started hearing that voice.
So thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah. Great music, amazing music. So we got 3 minutes left before, and I have been told I have to be out of here at 6 Arizona time. So
Yeah.
it's your birthday, Andy. You got to get out of there because
You
but
don't.
I wanted to but I wanted to make sure that we hit deFrance. What an amazing band. I would say everybody go check out our Spotify, and they are the newest on the playlist. Go check out their Spotify if it's going to be still playing their music, and they're going to get the credit for it. But man, I am overwhelmingly happy that we got a chance to interview you. Any last words, James?
No, if I'm really enjoying your stuff from the past, like the 5-6 years ago, whatever, I can't wait to hear this stuff. Like, so even the new video, I love the video as well. The new video coming out. So make sure you guys definitely keep an eye out for deFrance. Definitely subscribe or just check out and just put them on your playlist. I do it.
No doubt. Just no brainer on this one. They're amazing music. They have
As
a
you
little bit of everything for everybody.
You got your teaser. Go.
Yeah. I just amazing. And they're gonna be, what's your next tour date coming? Who are you guys gonna be up and coming touring with?
So we're in
Florida,
Texas this Friday, and then we're in Utopia, Texas, which is in Burnett. I think we're in Austin area on the 15th.
Okay.
And then 16th, we're in Russellville for a food fest up there, food stock thing that they're doing to raise food money for food. And then that night, we're with Joyous Wolf at the Rev Room here in Little Rock. And those guys are an amazing rock band.
So fun.
Yeah. And then the next weekend after that, we're with Blue Oyster Cult. That's going to be cool.
Yes.
Oh,
More cowbell,
I
guys.
remember.
Get more cowbell
Nice.
and more cowbell.
more cowbell.
I love that. Was like the second song I ever learned was Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult. Amazing band. Yeah, absolutely. That was, and it's just such an amazing song. That was one of the songs. And then them musically, they've changed a lot over the years, of course, but some great music. And I mean, honestly, I'm looking to see you guys headlining it somewhere in the near future. I see you guys taking off, and it has been an absolute privilege and pleasure. Let's keep in touch, and we want to see you, and we want to definitely see you again, and then we want to talk more about when you guys are headlining, and you guys have the smaller, some of the, you guys are taking in some of the newer bands. I think you guys will be there. I think in addition of Charlie, I think you guys are going to be taking off. The vocals were great before. You guys have added an asset that blew me away tonight. So thank you guys very much.
And happy birthday, Andy. It's a great one.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday, brother.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we're about to eat some of your birthday cake. Yeah.
That's right. Go eat it. Thank you guys so much again.
Thank you guys again. Really.
Yeah, totally appreciate it. And again, you know what? We're nothing without our fans. And so we totally appreciate all the people that we've been gaining over this road. We just started on this new channel maybe about a month and a half ago. And we're rolling up. We're getting more views. We're getting more people in-house. And we all so appreciate it. Me and James, from the bottom of our hearts, have appreciated every band that comes on, especially deFrance tonight. And we appreciate all of our fans coming out and listening.
Sometimes we feel like we're not worthy of the live music, but it's just so amazing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we feel like we're like really like special because we're getting live music that nobody else that I know of that is putting on like live shows. You know what I'm saying? So it's really
like
an honor.
Yeah, totally a blast. And we'll keep doing it. And let's have you on again in the near future, hopefully, and talking more about your albums. We'll talk to you all soon. Next week, we have another great, amazing musician. You'll have to see it on the Instagrams to see who it is. We'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Well, good night. Thank you.